Hey guys, this is JJ and the co-founder of Cryptocurrencies, and today we have Yassin, the CEO and founder of Savedroid. All right, Yassin, so give us a hint about you and also about Savedroid, the project. Yeah.
Sure. Thanks of all for having the opportunity to be here today. It's great to share my thoughts with the community. My name is Yassin. I'm CEO and founder of Savedroid, and our mission is to democratize cryptocurrencies. So to make it easily accessible for the average mass market users, which are currently withheld from the adoption barriers, which are technologically highly complex.
Right. Wow. Okay. So tell us a little bit more about Savedroid. You know, what's with the AI mechanism and the algorithm that you actually mentioned in your white paper, you know, in the one pager, right? I mean, that's what people are interested, right? Yeah.
Absolutely, I hope so. So Savedroid basically, and this is the first very important thing to note, is already an established company. So we are a German stock corporation. We've been incorporated in 2015. We are up and running. We are having a live product, our savings application here in Germany, with more than 200,000 downloads, with more than 10 million savings transactions having been executed on our platform. We have renowned business partners in the B2B space. It's Amazon, it's Deutsche Börse, Wirecard, and many more. And we do have real equity investors. We so far raised more than 3.5 million euro in equity already. Wow. And I think here to compare that, we are not like just a PowerPoint idea with no product, but it's an established German company, highly regulated. And I think this is the first very important thing to note about our ICO, that we are now expanding our value proposition. And that's now the important thing. We want to make our app international, and we want to make it international by bringing it basically to the crypto world. So in the future, what you will be able to do is to easily connect your credit card with our application globally in whichever country you are. And then you will be able to very easily save your money automatically in crypto. We are picking up this idea because we have understood that currently there are high adoption barriers in the market. You need to select an exchange, you need to select a wallet, you need to store your private keys and manage them securely. And this is really keeping many people away from the crypto space. So at the moment, it's really a niche market, but we do want to change that. And we want to bring crypto to the masses by really simplifying the user interface, by simplifying the whole process, and thereby grant accessibility. So basically, you will have the full crypto experience in the Savedroid app by saving your fiat money, being auto-converted, securely stored on the Savedroid wallet, and then making it also spendable by the Savedroid credit card, which you can then use at any store. And I think this is really the full user experience you can have, but without all the hassle which is currently there in the market. And that's what we understand by democratizing cryptocurrencies.
Right. So, Yassin, from the point that you're democratizing cryptocurrencies, right? So let me just summarize, correct me if I'm wrong. So that means to say, if I will have some fiat, right, maybe euro dollars or something, or US dollars, and I would store it on Savedroid app, right, or the account, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, and which is kind of online account, am I right? Or
yes.
Yeah, okay. So right, so therefore after that, the Savedroid team will then convert this fiat into cryptocurrency, and then from there, they will invest it into different funds, into different savings accounts to get to the interest. Am I right? Am I right to say that? Is it accordingly?
Exactly. It will be, right. At the end, it will be the possibility to invest your savings in single coins and single tokens, but also portfolios of tokens. And that is also where our AI algorithm will kick in. So basically what we will do, because today you see there is a high volatility in the market, right? Cryptos are just going up and down like crazy. And I think this, by the way, is the issue why many people in the mass market are not adopting also, because they fear the risk. So what we essentially want to do is using our algorithm in order to take out this volatility by building risk-adjusted portfolios of coins and tokens, right? And I think we can achieve that. This will be a very good value proposition to average mass market users to participate in crypto, but with a much lower risk, right? We are not talking about traders here. We're not talking about guys sitting the whole day in front of their PC doing arbitrage trading. That's not our detail. We are talking about average mass market users who don't have the knowledge to do that, and they also don't want to have the ups and downs. They just they believe in the trend of crypto, and they want to somehow participate, and therefore it needs to be easy, it needs to be stable, and that's what we want to build.
Right. So just wondering, does the user get to select what kind of funds or what kind of instruments they wanna go for?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So the user will have the free choice to select either he wants to go for a single currency, he wants to go for a portfolio. Of course, our AI will also basically recommend some of the products on the platform. But our goal is always to have and to enable an easy choice by basically putting together coins, tokens, portfolios that do make sense for our user group. So basically keep, sorry for the word, the shit coins out, right? And only let the good stuff on the platform. And then basically to create a safer environment for the user. And I think this will be key if you want to offer it really to newbies in the space.
Right. So in that sense, it kind of gives the investors, or people who are sitting on the sideline some confidence that, hey, at least I won't be losing money and stuff, right? That's what
exactly.
People want to like. All right, cool. So this is a question from my team, right? So what is the adoption rate currently for the Savedroid app? And personally, I'm just wondering, is there any translation going on to English or other languages? Yeah, for the app. Yeah.
Yes. Good question. So in the German market, where the app is now available, right, we have already more than 200,000 downloads generated with the app. So I think you can really see there is good traction. If you look to the Play Store or to the App Store, you will see that the rankings are very good. And we are really being proud of that because we did not buy many. I know that many people are doing that, but we are not buying any reviews for our application. So it's all genuine user feedback. You will see the positive ones, you will see the negative ones, but the average rating is now 4.2 out of 5. And I think this is actually a really good rating. We have a user recommendation rate of 97%. So I think the satisfaction level with the service is really high. And that was basically what is currently there. So you can use the app in Germany and you require a German banking account in order to connect the app to. And now the next level, and this is really what the ICO is about. The ICO is purely about internationalization, right? So we want to build a new app which you can connect internationally to your credit card. The first version, as you mentioned, will be in English language because you have the best reach. But then also for the bigger markets, starting from 2019, we will offer localized versions in local language, right? So if you're talking, for example, about the big Asian markets, they're definitely going to be local language versions in order to overcome also language barriers. And that's basically what we work then on based over time improvements of the product to really customize it as good as we can. But the international audience is very important for us. We now also see it in our ICO community. We're currently having already more than 30,000 people who have contributed to our ICO. So most of the people are outside of Germany. And of course, the solution which we build needs to be an international solution that our community can also use the product, right?
Right. So it has to make sense, right? There's an internationalizing. All right, cool. So how is then Savedroid going to market to attract users to download the app, right? So is there a reason why funds, are being focused more on marketing as compared to R&D, or what's the take on marketing? Yeah.
Absolutely. And I think here, since we are operating as a B2C platform, right? So we are addressing the end user directly. For us, it's really key to grow the user base of our ecosystem. So for us, we see two big assets here. The first asset was around our ICO, because the community which we have built up, just as an example, on our Telegram group, we have now more than 50,000 members in the Telegram group. And this community will help us already in order to develop the product. We are very customer-centric, a very user-centric company. So typically how we go about product development is we are asking our users for proactive feedback even before we release the final product. So we are doing alpha testing, beta testing, involving our users, getting feedback, improving the product. So this is very important for us to get the product right. And then also, of course, leverage our ICO community in order to spread the word. So basically, marketing through word of mouth will be key. Now we can leverage basically our ICO community to attract new users. They can do actually marketing for us. Of course, there will be a reward system also. So for everyone who will refer new users, there will be also a financial incentive. So that's why you can also see reflected in the marketing that biggest part of the proceeds of the ICO will be spent there. There's also then a reward given back to the community. So if you're a token holder now, if you're then referring new users, of course, there's going to be financial upside for you too. So this must be a fair deal. If you invite your friends will have a financial incentive, you will have a financial incentive. So it's a win-win situation. At the end, also Savedroid, of course, wins, because the more users we have on the platform, the better it will be for our economics, and the better it will also be for the value of the token. So at the end, also the token holders are going to profit from that. And that's the core reason. Marketing is very important. And besides, of course, the network marketing, which we have here, it's again then on classical channels, performance marketing. That's what we are also doing for our existing product. So we are talking about social media, we're talking about Google, we're talking about influencers. So these are important channels for us in order to really spread the word and to get users on the platform.
Right, right. Okay, so this is with regards to the token, right? So the SVD token. So what exactly is the utility value of SVD? What can they be used for? And do they give me fee saving so that when I particularly select this particular fund or investment, or even a particular token, do I have to pay less fees? What exactly is it for? Yeah.
Yes. So our token, the Savedroid token, is a utility token with a built-in deflation mechanism. So what does that mean? It's not an idea which we came up with. We are basically borrowing the idea of Vitalik Buterin here. It's the Ethereum co-founder, I guess you guys know. And he was actually commenting on a discussion, how can you ensure a good value of a utility token? And so the idea was basically, if you can implement a deflation, so a burning of the utility token over time, so that actually the supply would decrease, that would help to foster the future value of the token. And that's exactly what we did. So basically, we picked up this idea and how our token works, that basically we will burn tokens over time, so the supply is decreasing. Now, what is the utility behind? You will be able to use the Savedroid token in order to pay for the fees which we will charge for the crypto savings. So there's going to be a monthly subscription fee, there's going to be some transactional fee. It's not going to be differentiated about the coins or the portfolios you're going to pick. We want to have a fair price policy, so we don't want to influence people on their investment decision by setting different prices, right? I think this would be unfair, because then we would try to push people into certain coins or things. This actually we don't want to do. We want to keep, it's a flat price, but then at the end you pay this price, you're required to pay this price using the Savedroid token. So that essentially means, if you're now looking to the economic model behind the token economics, basically the demand side of the token will be driven by our user growth. So basically, the more users we will bring on our platform, the higher the demand will be, because all people mandatorily need to use the token in order to pay for the service. There's no way around this, right? And then if you put the supply side, since we are burning tokens, and that works practically like this, that if a user pays with his tokens, we collect, say, 100 of our tokens, we will then burn, say, 20%, 20 tokens are wasted, and only 80 remain, and only the 80 tokens will then be recirculated in the market. So that basically means that the supply will decrease, right? And then this works out. There's actually the economics behind that. An increasing demand will hit an increasing demand will hit a decreasing supply, and that shall then actually result in positive value development. And for everyone, by the way, who's interested to find out more, we do have actually a price simulation on our website. If you go to ico.savedroid.com, you can find an Excel model where you can simulate for yourself, and you can understand the token economics even in more detail.
Right. Okay. Thank you for the great explanation, Yassin. So one question, what is the burn rate? Like every quarter, every half a year, or what's the burn rate? Yeah.
So the timing, the tokens will automatically be burned once they are redeemed for our services, right? So there is not basically cut off when the burning will happen, but this is ongoing. But the percentage which we burn, this we can adjust, right? So there is no fixed percentage. The percentage will vary, and so we can adjust to the actual market conditions. This is basically 1 degree of freedom, which we have as a steering tool in our token economics.
Right. Okay. Great. Okay, so let's talk something, let's change the topic, right, into partnerships and business and sustainability kind of question. So what key partnerships are now being established at the moment?
Yeah. That's a good question, because obviously for the business we are building here, we do need some B2B partners. And we are currently looking especially in the following areas. The one thing is, as I explained, we will enable micro savings. So we will basically aggregate very small amounts of fiat savings into one big bunch. And then basically on our platform, we're also doing netting, and only the delta will be traded on exchange. And thereby we will reduce the transactional cost. But however, in order to do the exchange trading, we will need B2B partnerships to such crypto exchanges. So currently we are discussing with different crypto exchanges with whom we can partner. And actually our goal is to partner with different crypto exchanges so that at the end we can then select where can we get the best bid-ask spread, which is most favorable for our users, and then channel the trades into these crypto exchanges. So crypto exchanges, this is one big topic for the corporations. The other one is on the side of card companies. So as I told you, we want to make crypto also spendable very easily in the Savedroid application via credit card. So we're currently in talks with different companies who can offer this kind of service, and we already have an existing partnership in Germany with Wirecard Bank. Wirecard Bank is also internationally one of the biggest acquirers and issuers of credit cards. So this could be one option, but we are also talking to other companies. So this is basically the second big space in order to set up a credit card collaboration. And that's basically it, what we need in the first step in order to deliver our prototype. And the prototype, this is the first big milestone. This will go live mid of this year. So we of course now are already working towards this one. And then basically we are already keen to go in the first alpha and beta testings with the community, which will happen also very soon after the ICO already.
Right. So do you have a liquidity provider, you know, for the funds that you're looking at? Oh, it's really
I mean, for the liquidity provider, this would then be on the exchange side, right? So the idea would be to basically have an algorithm which would then basically switch the exchanges. So to speak, there's no other intermediary in between. We would do it via an exchange and would then have basically a logic behind which would auto detect where basically the best liquidity and the best price could be achieved.
And because you have to look into risk mitigation as well, I think that could be important as well. All right, cool. So Yassin, in terms of implementation, then which countries are in the pipeline? What is next after Germany?
Yes. So the first release of our beta version will be within Europe. This is basically the first circle. This is going to be mid by this year. And then we're going to spread out over the next quarters. But still, it's the plan to have the service available still in 2018 worldwide, right? So we are just basically having this geographical staging because we somehow need to deal with the scaling of the IT operations. We need to deal with the scaling of the regulatory requirements and everything which is behind. So therefore, we somehow need to stage it. But our goal is really to get global with the new application as soon as we can. So therefore, the application will still be available worldwide in English language, however, in this year. And then the localized versions in different languages only starting from 2019.
Right. Wow. Okay. So, Yassin, one of the last few questions, right? The important question, right? That everyone wants to know: what exchanges are we looking at?
Yeah. So exactly as you name it, this is currently also on our community channels the question which is being discussed up and down, and it's also very emotional because I understand everybody has his own favorite exchange, and for the one it needs to be Binance, for the other one it needs to be KuCoin, and whatsoever. How we are addressing this, we have already by now 4 exchanges confirmed. One of them is HitBTC. One of them is going to be a major exchange in the top 5 according to trading volume. So basically, go to coinmarketcap.com/exchanges. You look up the top 5. It's going to be one of them. Unfortunately, we cannot yet disclose because there is a confidentiality agreement behind. This will be disclosed only shortly before the trading starts. Then we have been listed on IDEX, on the decentralized exchange, and also Bancor is confirmed. So these are the 4 which are currently there. We will not stop there. We will work on further exchanges. We do want to add more exchanges to increase the liquidity and to also provide more exchanges for choice for our community. I think this is important. We have understood and heard the voice of our community. We want to deliver towards that. And now, and this is very important because we always get this then asked as a second question, but on which of these exchanges will the trading start? And for this one, again, what we are now working on is we want to orchestrate, we want to align these different exchanges. So basically our goal is to have a simultaneous trading start at one day at all of these exchanges, right? And this is what we are working towards. Why is that? Because we don't want to have a special advantage for a user who is registered on exchange A, but not on exchange B, and then we start an exchange B and he will be dissatisfied. So what we are really now, and we are committing to this when we are really now talking to all these exchanges to make it happen, that we can have a simultaneous trading start on trading day number 1. It's going to be at least these 4 exchanges, but we are adding even more. So hopefully until then, we will have more than these 4 exchanges already. And I think this is also, if you look to many other ICOs, this is quite a good achievement, because now that we have still, at least until tomorrow, this is the very end of the ICO, tomorrow, Friday, 3 p.m. CET. Until then, we still have left, but we've already 4 exchanges confirmed. I think this is already good news, which we can give back to the community.
Right. Okay. So, Yassin, any last updates or dates to note for the ICO for our viewers? Yeah.
Yes, for sure. So as I just mentioned, it's now more or less 24 hours left. So if you liked the concept, please feel free to contribute. There's one important thing. So we have introduced now, starting from this week, and I think this is also a new thing in the ICO world, you can actually buy our token, the Savedroid token, using a total of 58 different cryptocurrencies and tokens. Right? So we are not only accepting Bitcoin and Ethereum, but you can use basically a long list of more than 50 coins and tokens. Stellar, for example, is in EOS, Tether, Tron, VeChain, many more. Dogecoin, by the way, is also in. So check out the full list on our webpage. Yeah, Dogecoin, we needed to take in, because so we have also 2 office stocks, and of course it needed to be the Doge at the end, because we just love docs, and therefore it was an easy decision that we take this one in as well. And therefore, basically, we are having this huge selection where you can actually feel free to join and to choose your favorite currency. So this may be a good option if you are stuck with too many coins of one coin, you don't have a use case, and you want to diversify a bit. I think this is a good option to diversify into our ICO. So feel free to do that. And now for the very last 24 hours, and we are starting now in, it's not even 1.5 hours to go. At 3 p.m. CET, there's going to be also a huge airdrop coming up for the last 24 hours. So if you're interested in that, if you're a fan of airdrops, please stay tuned. Have a look at our website. We will communicate it there, what's going on. I cannot yet reveal too much, so 1.5 more hours of patience. But I can promise you it's a very interesting thing, and everybody can participate. So if you're into airdrops, please also have a look at ico.savedroid.com. And thanks so much for having the opportunity to be here.
All right, Yassin just did a great conclusion. Okay, so cryptocurrency viewer, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you, Yassin, all the way from Frankfurt, Germany, for the sharing on Savedroid. Thank you. All right, thank you, Yassin, for tuning in. Okay.
Thanks so much for having the opportunity. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you, Yassin. Bye.